Good morning. Coming off the moors via some rickety steps and a rickety bridge. Whew. We've been going for about, I don't know, 10 minutes max.
Yeah, we're having a break. Coffee.
No, not quite yet. The weather's still a bit, that. Drizzly all morning and probably will continue to be drizzly. Oh gosh, sorry. Knocking into things. Forgot I've got elbows. But it's like that. It's going to be like that all day, according to the weather forecast, so you just gotta get on with it. Well, that's disappointing. Turns out I would have been camping in this village. In my slightly outdated guidebook it didn't mention that, so that's why we stayed in the hills. We could have easily made it down here last night. Don't quite know where it is, but somewhere in Iconshore. And I probably slaughtered that word now. Right, I would just like to demonstrate. See all this field here? All these fields. All these fields. These cows have all these fields. And they're standing right in front of the gate we need to go through. Every time. Heading down to Lauderdale. Looks like a very typical old mill town of this area. You can see the chimney there. Brian has decided to engineer his poncho to fit him better.
It's not raining at the moment, so we're going to dry ourselves out and the poncho because it gets a bit wet inside. It's still protecting the poncho. Easy to put back on.
Not pretty, but unique.
Yeah. We're not here.
Bit like the man wearing it.
Not here to be pretty. Heidi! Heidi! I'm alive for Heidi!
Having squeezed through this gate in order to get to this stile, there's about a foot between them. We're about to meet the most pointless gate on the entire Pennine Way. Yeah, I'm gonna open that and not step over it. Not.
Just walking past this little area. It's a little goat village. Hello, goaties. Oh, I get you. He's getting a bit horny. He's out already. And he, yeah. Hello. Don't bite the tail. He's getting a bit horny, that guy out there. He's a big guy. And he's giggling.
Breakfast time. Coffee time soon. But mostly it's being watched time. We've seen you. You should be on the other side of that fence, you. After some nice rolling green hills, we've made it to the Rochdale Canal. Which means a bit of flat walking for a change. and no styles to negotiate. Yippee! There's the famous double-arched bridge, Bridge 161. I'm not quite sure why it is double-arched. I don't know what the benefit of it would have been. Heading into Gargrave, hopefully to rest up for an hour or so in a pub, preferably, and pick up a few resupplies. We've carried all the food to here, and we've got a day or so left, but the next bigger place to resupply is in 2 or 3 days' time, so we need a couple of days' worth. And there's a co-op in Gargrave, so that'll be us. And there's cows blocking the way. What else is new? It's past 6. We've left the pub.
Yeah.
Mason's Arms, very nice people, very nice
I
food.
only had Coke, hide outside. Because I'm a pure person.
Yeah, with a very big nose already, which is going to grow even longer. But it's lovely views up here. It's as per usual, a steepish climb out of the village. Probably feels steep because we've got a good meal in us and a few drinks. We're just going to go until we can go no further and collapse in an undignified heap.
Apparently the cows are all running to the gate to stop us going out. Beautiful skies. And nice-ish cows.
About an hour out of Gargrave. We've come across this bridge where some hoodlums have just hung up tents to dry. Oh, hang on. I think there's one of the hoodlums. And there's the other. Tents are soaking still from this morning because we haven't really, until now, ironically, now that the day is over, we haven't had much of a break in the weather, never consistent enough. So, yeah, we've just decided to pull up. It's a bit close to the road, but there's a river between us and the road, so we'll just spread ourselves out here to dry the tents and... Oh!
Big toe. Yeah.
Oh, blister. Blister alert. Blister alert.
Horrible feet alert.
Horrible feet alert. Apparently mine are worse, according to Brian.
Yeah, because I'm perfect.
Yeah, we've been walking around in, I mean, me in wet socks and him in waterproof socks, and actually he fared better than me, because it's just been, I mean, it's almost all of it has been, you know, grass today, which is nice to walk in.
On it and it's been raining all day.
Yeah, it's just been relentlessly wet. So yeah, our feet don't look their best.
My face does.
But we do.
I especially done my hair tonight as well. It's called the wild look.
Actually looks alright. So day 5 started with a revelation that I can't read maps, because I would just like to point out, there's Ikanshu. Oh yes, campsite. We also took copies of the maps from the Trailblazer book, which, you know, mentions B&B and campsite. Anyway, having spent the night in the moors, we proceeded into Ikanshu, past whatever campsites, and then proceeded to follow all these little paths through farms and fields and fields and farms and more fields up to Lauderdale. The path after Lauderdale was quite clear. You proceeded up into another section of moor and up to the trick point. Or, it's not trick point, that nice little monument they did there. After which we dropped down to follow a road for a bit. Now, for some reason, this bit here is a little bit unclear. We were kind of almost heading for this trail instead of that one. I don't quite know why, but the signpost is a bit misleading. However, if you look at that, it doesn't actually matter if you ever find yourself making that same mistake, because you can just, you know, follow that trail down and then pick up the Pennine Way again, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, followed the road, got off the road, more fields, until we got to Thornton in Craven, which is where that lovely goat sanctuary is, completely unexpected. We had a brief rest there and then proceeded out again into another set of moors. And the hike into Garcref is quite gentle in many ways, which is just as well, because by the time you get there, you'd want to resupply and refuel, as we did. And then we proceeded out of Garcref again, up the next hill. Again, a lot of fields, but at least it was just one continuous field. So no stiles. I have a thing about stiles, you will find out in later videos why. And well, we followed the trail along until it sort of briefly kisses the road and then crosses a stream. And this was a nice flat bit we saw there, where we thought for the first time that the weather was really nice towards the evening. So we thought, well, it's time to dry out our gear. And by the time we settled down and spread everything out to dry, we just couldn't be asked to carry on, to be honest. So we stayed.